Hey, what's happening? Today, I'm thinking about how my life has changed since I got my first web developer job about 7 months ago. And for me, it really hasn't changed that much. And the reason is because if you don't know, I did a coding boot camp. Before that, I had spent a couple years trying to learn on my own. But when I went through that boot camp, I developed some habits such as waking up early in the weekend and learning, making things or practicing or studying concepts and stuff like that. And I still do that. When I went through a boot camp after I came out of it, I realized that there's a lot of computer science concepts that I didn't necessarily know, or I wasn't very familiar with, or that I needed to practice more. So I still get up early in the weekends. I still try to build things and work on projects. One thing that really changed in my life since I got this position is I'm a lot happier. I'm doing something that I love. If you are learning how to code and you aren't sure if it's for you, if you stick with it long enough, you'll start to realize that yes it is, or yes it isn't, or no it isn't. And if you're pretty sure it's for you and you get that first job, you'll definitely know once you get into it. Another thing that really changed for me since I got that position, I started thinking about what I need to do to get to that next level. When you're trying to get that first web developer job, you're thinking about what you need to do to get to the developer job. So you're trying to get on the ladder, right? You're trying to get on that corporate ladder, and you're down here, and the ladder, starts here, and you're trying to get on that first rung. Well, now I'm on that first rung, and now I'm trying to think about how do I get to the next level? What is that? What am I trying to do? So for me, that's basically going from a junior level developer to a mid-level developer. And I thought, how do I do that? I spoke with my boss about it, and he's basically said, decide what that means to you, come up with a growth plan, and then run it by me. So that's what I did. I went through basically computer concepts, made a big list of them, of areas that I'm weak in. Then I went through and read a whole bunch of articles, watched some videos. Basically, what everybody suggests is, well, one day you'll be one. Well, yeah, but how do you actually get there? Because I don't want that one day to be 4 years from now. I want to be excellent at my job. I want to get good, and I want to hit that level sooner than later. Maybe I can be a mid-level engineer in 2 years instead of 3 or something like that. But even if I'm not, I'd still rather be an excellent junior than a middling junior, and I'd rather just be better at my job and be better. So basically, that's comes down to reading, studying, trying to do your best every day in the position. But other than those things, other than really laying out a path for myself, it's pretty much the same. Go home, play with the kids, go back to work, commute, try to do well at work, and then go home, play with the kids more. I guess the other big thing that really changes for you once you get your first web developer job is the amount of time that you're coding. It's going to be, maybe it's not 40 hours a week. It really depends on where you end up at. And some weeks I don't do, we'll just say I do 30 hours a week of code. I got meetings and stuff like that to do. Some weeks maybe I only do 20. But you are spending that time every day working on projects every day, so your growth in knowledge and abilities really accelerates. If you're learning how to code and maybe you're only doing 5 hours a week, or 10 hours a week, or even if you're doing 30 hours a week or 40 hours a week or more, once you get into that job and you've been doing it for a few months, that really changes your growth and your skills and your abilities. You really start ratcheting those up. So it's one of those hard concepts, how do I get experience without the job, and when the job just requires me to have experience? That's definitely a video topic for later, but yeah, those are probably the main things that really changed for you once you get that job. All right, peace.